So spring is starting. My shrubs are starting to turn green. My lilies are just starting to sprout. I left these twigs for any of the birds that want to build a house. I'll leave it there till I start planting. If not, they're going to be gone. But look at all the fresh signs of spring. All the plants starting to sprout. I got to put some water in there, but I don't need to because it's going to be raining for the next 5 days. We have the outside water turned off, so I got to turn it back on. But look at that bush is ready to turn green on me any minute. All full, waiting for customers. And oh, look at my one window's all crooked. Jim's got to fix that one. It keeps sliding on me. But here are my daylilies ready to start sprouting. I can't wait. There we go. Well, good morning. Today is Thursday, April 8th, and we're swinging. It's gorgeous out here. It is 63 degrees. It's so nice. I just got back from my walk. I did see a couple people. I talked to one guy whose camper always blocks the sidewalk. But I was nice. I was friendly. And I just asked him, you know, when he was going to go camping, where he was going, and he was telling me a couple places around here that he goes to. We talked for a little while. And then I saw a grumpy walker. I said, "Hi, how you doing? Good morning." Oh, he was not in the mood. But you know, you never know. People have their own challenges to face during the day. And maybe his challenge this morning just was to get out and walk, and he didn't really want to do it. And I saw a couple other people. I saw some kids because it's spring break and they're out on their scooters. Oh, there's a pretty bird. I just filled my feeders, and so they have the lookout birds that come to check out if it's safe before they come through. But once again, no birthdays, no anniversaries. The Wow family, though, they filled me in yesterday. So I was able to, I think it's Wow, W-A-U-G-H. So I was able to put them into my birthday calendar. So if you're not in my birthday calendar, or even if you want to remind me that you should be in the birthday calendar, or that you thought you were in the birthday calendar, let me know, because I just love to sing and celebrate your birthdays. I am such a fickle person. I wake up from day to day with a whole different mood. And today, I'm in a really good mood. I really am. I planned out my day for what I'm going to eat today. I put it in my book. I said my morning prayers. I started my day off with a very good friend. We were texting back and forth, and I started off my day laughing. Who could do more than that? Start off your day with a good thought, with a good friend. And we texted back and forth. And then they finally realized how early it was. And I said, that does not matter. That does not matter to me at all. If you have my number, well, a lot of people, I know a lot of you got my number, but I always find time, because you know what? I can find time to sleep, but sometimes you don't capture the moment of a good friendship or a loved one or something, that you're too busy to take the time. I saw a meme on Facebook. If I can find it, I'm going to insert it here. But it was pretty cool. It was God, and he was saying that he said, you know, you lived a good life. Unfortunately, you were looking down too much, which is true. So many of us were so consumed with our phones and just trying to get everything done that sometimes we just let life get past us. And it took me to get to 70 years old before I realized how fast my life was going past me. Jimmy is going to come over today, and we're going to do I think we're going to call it Jamming with Jimmy. And nobody told me who gave me that suggestion. I really wish you would let me know, because I'd like to give you full credit, because that's a pretty good one. But I had asked him to send me some pictures of when he was little, And of course he sends me all the pictures that I would not want to share, but I will share them because I told him I would. And it just made me realize that it wasn't that long ago. There's a movie of us when we were really little, when he was really little. He was probably 18 months old. And we were sitting at the table in my mother's dining room. It had to have been a special occasion because we don't eat in the dining room at my mother's house when we were growing up. But he was sitting next to me, and he had his arm wrapped into my arm, and he was leaning on me, and then he looked up at me, and there was so much love in his face that if I could have captured that and put it in a bottle. Oh, that reminds me of the Jim Croce song. If I could find time in a bottle. I can't sing it because I don't know the lyrics unless the song is playing, and then I don't. But anyway, it's so true. It really is so true that we just let everything get past us. Jimmy grew up with thinking that, like Denise and Mary and Pat were his brothers and sisters. I suffered terrible anxiety when I was younger, which, like I mentioned yesterday, was one of the reasons why I didn't go to Eastern Michigan University, because I wanted to be a teacher for emotionally disturbed children. That was my calling, I thought. Which God tells you. And I think that was God's sign. Although, he didn't have to send me such a violent sign or such a smack me in the face kind of a sign, because I have no patience. I just don't have patience. And so that would not have been the profession for me. As much as my heart really wanted to do it, my patience level would not have allowed it. And God saw that. And so he steered me in a different direction. And I like the direction that I went. I really do. Other than the being overweight my whole life. But that wasn't anything on God. That was on me. That was on me listening to the devil telling me I could eat all that crap. But I couldn't be alone. I was just petrified of being alone. I couldn't be in a room alone. It was debilitating. It really was. And everybody thought that once I had Jimmy, I always, when I went to college and worked up until Jimmy was born. Jimmy was born in October of 72. I went to school until June of 72. And then I still worked the whole summer. But the days that I worked, I either went to Jim's mother's house or I went to my mother's house. And Jim would drop me off in the morning. I went to Jim's mother's house on the days I worked because she lived closer to where I worked than what my mom did. But so when I actually had Jimmy, they all assumed, silly them, assumed that I was going to stay home. No, I didn't. I actually stayed with Jim's mother for 2 weeks, or Jim's family. I shouldn't say just his mother, because it was his mother and his father and Tom. And no, Tom wasn't there. Tom was married. It was Barb and Bertie. And then Jim came too. But but the reason I didn't go with my mother, which I would have preferred, because like being a girl, you'd rather be with your mom, is one of the kids, I don't know, I think it was Mary, had chicken pox or measles or something, so I couldn't go home there. So I had to go to Jim's mother's house. And TMI, I had such constipation, and I could not do an enema in any way. I just couldn't get around to do it. And Jim's mother actually gave me an enema. That's love. That's true love. But it was embarrassing. But at that point, I was in so much pain, I didn't even care. I would have let his dad do it. I was in that much agony. But I stayed there. And then every day when Jim went to work, we would pack up everything, and we would go to my mother's house. And I would stay there all day until Jim got off of work. We'd have dinner with my parents. And then we would go home. And then we would repeat the routine the next day. And then on the weekends, Jim would be home. And I lived that life for so long, and it was miserable. It was so miserable. So people that suffer anxiety, I know how hard it is to overcome it. And I refused to take medication, which was stupid, because I should have taken medication. But I don't know. There was more of a stigma on taking Not like now, pop a pill for this, pop a pill for that, but back then it was a little bit more stigma. So I overcame it through really hard work and prayer, and to this day I still have anxiety. I just, not as bad obviously, because look at me, I'm here all alone. This would have never happened back in my 20s. I could have never been alone. And now I kind of enjoy it to a certain extent, just to a certain point. But so Jimmy grew up thinking that and they weren't that much older, because when Jimmy was born, Denise was 12, and Mary was 13, and Pat was 15. So they were in and out of the house a lot. So, but I've always had a really close family. My family, we've always had a family dinner every week. We had it at my mother's house until 1994, and then my mother moved in with me, and they started being at my house every week. And then my mother passed, and they still, up until last year, every week, my house. It was just known, you know, Thursday nights, 6 o'clock, be at Sandy's if you want to have dinner. You don't have to call. You don't have to make arrangements or reservations. Just drop in, and everybody knew that. Bertie came a lot of times, which is Jim's sister. Barb lives on the other side of town, so she never came. But it was always an open invitation. So like I said, I always try to find time, because sleep will always be there. You know, I can fall asleep in a chair. I have mastered that. I really have mastered that. And so if I have to take a little quick nap during the day, but you know what? As it is, I have the ability and the power, my power. Everybody has a power. My power is that I can converse with somebody back and forth for 15, 20 minutes, even a half hour. End the conversation, roll over, and go back to sleep. And I did. And I did that. I went back to sleep. I slept for another, I think, 2.5 hours. But like I said, I will always, always have time. I will always find time for my family or friends or loved ones or anybody, really. I always find the time, because, you know, like I said, you blink your eye and time has passed. So, I don't know. But anyway, I've decided today I'm going to be more persistent than I have been. I just have to realize that, you know, it's a long haul, and I don't know why I keep worrying about losing weight. I feel good. I really feel really good. I just, the number. In a nutshell, it's the number. And the number shouldn't make a difference. But I think where I'm different from most people is, not most people, some people I should say, is I don't give up. Not that everybody gives up. I shouldn't even say that. Not everybody gives up. But, you know, I have my stumbles, I have my falls, I have my doubts. I really do. A lot more lately. I'm wondering, not that I think it makes that much, obviously as you get older your metabolism slows down, and you know, every year I get a little bit older, but not deeper in debt, although I did buy a dishwasher yesterday. But it was 18 months financing, so I only have to make like small payments each month for 18 months, and I don't have to pay interest on it. And plus I got free installation, free delivery, free haul away, and I got an extra year of protection, so I got a 2-year warranty. There was some kind of special going on. At first I didn't think I was going to get a dishwasher, because when we went in there, the one section was a whole bunch of empty slots of dishwashers. And the one I really did want was out of stock, and they didn't know when it was going to come in. But it was the one I did pick. I'd like a handle on my dishwashers, because I hang a towel on there. So like when I have a soap dispenser in my sink, because I'm constantly washing my hands. Especially when you're cooking, you should always wash your hands before you cook. So I have this little towel hanging on the handle on the dishwasher, so that's the towel I use each day. And then, you know, at the end of the day, I put it in the hamper and then put a new one out for the next day. But it didn't have one. And the one that I wanted, the dishwasher that I ended up buying, I could get a handle, but I had to pay an extra $100. And I thought, do I really want to spend $100 just for an extra little handle? And then I remembered that my refrigerator has a handle on it, and the freezer, and then the oven door has a handle on it. So I thought, I don't need to spend $100. So fiscally responsible was Sandy, because normally I would have said, hey, what the heck. And you know, I'll be honest with you, if they would have had one in stock, I would have paid the extra $100. I really would have, but they didn't. So the dishwasher I bought was in stock, but the installers are behind, and so I have to wait 2 weeks before they'll install it, which, okay, we'll hope so. So Danny got his vaccine yesterday, and Aaron's getting his this weekend. So my family is pretty well vaccinated. So Danny's birthday's the 18th, so we're going to have a family dinner. Just a small little gathering for us, but we're all vaccinated, and Danny has the Johnson & Johnson, so his birthday's the 18th, so in 2 weeks he'll be fully vaccinated. So that'll be fun. We'll have people together. It'll be nice. The kids will be able to go outside, hopefully. Anyway, just stay persistent. Perseverance, that's the key. Perseverance, because everyone has stumbles in life. Everyone has challenges in life. Everyone's challenges are different, but they all face them every day. And I know that we can. I know that we can handle it. I know that we can do it. Look at me rattling on for 15 minutes. Oh my goodness, Andy, you need to nip it in the bud. Anyway, let's get on with the day. I don't have any. Oh, I got to do David's taxes, his income taxes. I told him I'd do his income taxes, and I got to do Josh and Kylie's income taxes. And then Jimmy's coming over. We'll do our video. By now you've probably already seen it. And stay on track. Tomorrow's weigh-in day. Hopefully I'll lose some of the 2 pounds. Oh, look at him bleeding. I don't know why. Oh well. Distractions. Squirrel. All right, talk to you guys in a bit. Well, I'm hoping that the 4-point donut doesn't come back to bite me. But I'm staying within my points even with the donut, so we'll see. But today is Thursday, April 8th. I started my day with a prayer. My quote is, "Perseverance is the hard work you do, even after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did." It's 23 points I get on the blue plan. My breakfast is 6 points. 0 points for my egg, grapefruit, and banana. I'm going to have the whole banana today. 1 point for a cheese stick. 1 point for my 16 turkey pepperonis, which is, I think, 28 grams. And 4 points for my double chocolate donut. 6 points, so I still have 17 points left for my dinner. For dinner, I'm just going to have a sandwich with some Ritz crackers and a sugar-free pudding with my Starbucks lemonade. It's a 16-point dinner. 5 points for my 2 slices of Italian bread. 4 points for an ounce of provolone. 1 point for an ounce of ham. 4 points for my Ritz crackers. 0 for my lemonade. 2 for my sugar-free pudding. Still have 1 point left. Okay, let's hope I have a good weigh-in tomorrow. I'm not holding out much hope after having that 2-pound gain yesterday. I uploaded our video today for Jimmy and I called Jammin' with Jimmy. And I noticed that there was like 3 views, and then YouTube took it down. So I had to go back into it and change the title. So obviously, Jammin' with Jimmy must be some kind of derogatory term that I'm not aware of. I called Jimmy. I says, I must be too old. There must be some kind of slang with this that I'm not aware of. And then he says, well, then I'm old too, because I don't know what it is. So we're going to have to come up with a different name. But anyway, I got my Zoom call with my family tonight, and then I'm going to watch a little bit of TV, stay on track. It's raining right now. It's supposed to rain all night. We'll see how it goes in the morning. Hopefully I can get my walk in before I do my meeting highlights. So, I thought I was going to sneeze there for a minute. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And see you in the... Well, I won't see you in the morning, but I'll start filming in the morning. How does that sound? Stay safe.